How you liking it here so far?
Absolutely loving it. Came out here, got out here on the 4th, on July 4th. And I've just had an amazing experience since I've been here, especially transferring from a community college and stuff. It's definitely it takes such good care of us. It's definitely something that I try to appreciate every day. So
We talked to Rid and stuff, but maybe just kind of give us your how you got here story.
Basically, so I transferred, and when I transferred, there was a chance that I'd never play football again. So I basically just kept working on my own, and then I ended up calling some coaches just on my own. Happened to call Rid's office phone. He happened to answer. We had a good 15-minute conversation, and then basically he said, we have a spot if you want to try and walk on out here. And I had to get in academically on my own and everything. And then once I got into the school, and I basically just wanted to come play for Coach Rid and Boise State, obviously, and Coach Harsin. So just ended up coming out here and giving it a shot, and ended up working out.
So you were at Wagner, right?
Yeah, so I was at Wagner College for 2 seasons. Transferred to Grossmont College, where I redshirted there.
Okay.
I actually played a season of basketball, which was super fun, and then ended up coming out here.
Okay, so you were still there, and were you going to go back there, or had you decided to leave there already, the junior college?
Yeah, so I mean, when I left Wagner, there was a community college close to my house, so I went there so I could live at home. And work and stuff, and then just figure out where I'd end up going from there.
What made you decide that you did want to keep pursuing this dream?
What made me decide that I wanted to?
Yeah, keep playing and try to reach out to schools and stuff.
I've never not had sports really. I've always been playing sports in high school. I was a 3-sport athlete, so to kind of give that up is just something that I've honestly never had in my life yet. So I think that year at home, I wasn't a part of a team really, was something that motivated me a lot more to try and come out and just be a part of a team again, and just come someplace where I could try and help the team be successful. So
it's kind of funny. You both hate. You guys kind of make the recruiting process seem easy in the way that you call Coach Rid's office. He sends an email, and the next thing you guys you know that you're Broncos.
Yeah, no, it's definitely it was definitely a struggle, because I was recruited, or I ended up getting recruited super late on in the process. So I didn't really know I was just applying to schools based on academics. If I don't talk to any coaches, then I just have to figure out where I want to go to school to just go be a regular student. And so it was definitely stressful too. Both my parents and my brother. My brother is probably my biggest motivator. He was always telling me hey man, are you calling schools? What are you doing? Are you talking to Coach Houston? What's going on? And so that we have a good relationship, but that was I'm hey man, I'll handle it. I'll do it if I want to. And so it was definitely a tough process, but I just always try to keep a good attitude. Hopefully it works out, and then if it doesn't, then just try and make the best opportunity of just going to school and having a good time. So,
who are some of the other schools that you reached out to or were talking to?
I was really only talking to U of A and then Boise State. So I was actually leaning more towards going to U of A and transferring out there. But University of Arizona. But Coach Rid he's just such a personable guy, and he seems he's just a really cool coach. So he was honestly the main factor of why I ended up coming here. And then I also really Boise State is obviously we're a big factor in Idaho. And then I love the fact that there's the river right here. I could go fishing, I could go outdoors, I could go hiking and stuff. So
I know you mentioned Hayden, but how unique is it? Both of you guys kind of had similar stories and stuff, and now you're both kind of starring together for a big time program. It's kind of cool how it all worked out.
Yeah. So when I came out here for just to check out the campus and stuff before I ended up deciding to come here, I just talked to him, and then we kind of clicked because he had the same situation that I had. We were both redshirt juniors. We were both transfers. We had both never really played on the big stage, and so it was just cool. We obviously just got along pretty right away, and then we came out here. We called them late nights. We had late night sessions where we'd come out and kick on the blue at 8 o'clock because it's still light until 10 here, which is crazy. That never happens in San Diego. So yeah, so then that was a good little thing where we started connect, and then we just, as a specialist group, we all kind of get along really well.
How often did you do that late night?
That was more. It's not as much anymore. It was more during summer when it was probably every other night. It was pretty frequent. It was good because it was just good to come out here and just really focus on what we were trying to do, and then just get used to like the field and just get used to like the stage we were on. And so it was definitely something that we did pretty often.
What was Coach Riddle's reaction when you did reach out to him? I know he said, hey, you come here and kind of try to walk on, but what was his reaction, and when did he kind of start to believe in your ability, obviously, enough to put you out there every game?
I mean, I had a little, like, it wasn't a highlight tape, but it was like practice film that I put together from just kicking and practicing on my own. And so when we were on the phone, he was watching through that, and the practice tape was pretty good. And then I think when I came out here, like just in the conditioning and stuff also, I just knew I had to like bust my butt to just impress everyone else. And it's really more about like impressing the other kids on the team also, because you want them to have faith in you. Like, I don't really, not that I don't care, but like 40,000 people, if they see me mess up, it's like they don't know me really, but if I like let my team down, it's a lot bigger of a deal. So I think just like starting practices and stuff in camp, I was doing pretty well, and I think that just gives Rid confidence to just let us go out there. It's just confidence through practice, obviously.
When we talk about like the battle for field position, I mean, there's no stat on the scoreboard that every 40,000 fans see, but
yeah.
I mean, do you guys know that you're winning that battle at times, and you've done an awfully good job of it the last 2 games?
Yeah, so I would say in the game I'm not really like paying attention to it a lot, but I'm obviously like aware of it. Like if me and Joel are if we both hit 2 punts each and they're down at the 10, then it's obvious like, all right, Reaper, like let's just keep doing that all night. Let's try and stay there all night. And then it's more of an internal thing. Like the team meetings, we always talk about the games we won the field position battle. So that's not like a direct credit to us, but we try and take like pride on that. Like we just got to keep doing that. Like that's our way to contribute to the team and contribute to the win, really. So I mean, that's definitely something that it goes noticed in-house, not really as much like out of house, I would say.
With the last couple of years, Boise State hadn't been that great on special teams, and they kind of a little unconventional, and they grabbed these 2 transfers that are playing such a big role. I mean, could you tell that they were maybe trying to get somebody in here to do something a little different or anything like that at the time, or were they searching for help maybe?
I'm not really sure. I know when Coach Rid, like when we got here, obviously we just wanted to be the best group we could be, and I think honestly Avery has helped out a lot during special teams also, and they make it a really big deal of like to have game-changing special teams. And so I think like, because that's a huge part of the game. If you're beating the team every single time you're on special teams, like that's going to be a huge factor in the game. And so I think we've definitely emphasized that through like special teams meetings and teams meetings and stuff. And then I think it's just, I don't think like me and Hayden they didn't bring us in to like make a big difference. They just brought us in to do our jobs. And that's all we've kind of just been trying to do, is just keep having clean operations on holds and field goals, and then just punting to the best we can. So,
how gratifying has it been to take a chance and come out here and end up getting the playing time and having the success and stuff?
It's been like a dream come true. Obviously, I remember the first time I ran out on the blue versus Troy with like the white smoke, the blue smoke, and everything. It was crazy. Like, I don't know. It was super cool. But it's definitely gratifying just because like the hours that I put in like just by myself on the Grossmont football field, just like to go out there and just trust that, all right, I've put in the time, like I put in the work, now just it's basically just go have fun out on the field now. And so it's definitely gratifying.
Did you have to persuade Coach Riddle, or was it literally one 15-minute phone call and he said, come on out?
It was, yeah, I mean, I know because Sean had graduated, and then Joel was a redshirt freshman, and so I think it was more of like, hey, I'm in need, and this guy just called me, showed me his film, he looked pretty decent, and then it was basically just, yeah, come on out here, like you look like you have the skills. So it was pretty good.
It was literally by the end of that call. He said,
I mean, it wasn't by the end of that call. Yeah. I called him. We'd been in contact a few more times, so I called him a couple more times, just checking in, seeing what was going on. And then it was really once he heard I was talking to Arizona pretty seriously, then I think we started to contact each other more often, and. Yeah, but it wasn't, I didn't have to convince him or anything, like, please take me on the team. It was just, I think he saw what I was capable of. I think he just believed in me, so, which is good. I mean, I appreciate that a lot, obviously, or else without him I wouldn't be here. So
have you and Hayden talked at all about kind of you guys' leaps of faith here and making a phone call and sending an email and what it's all turned into for you guys?
Yeah, no, we have. We've definitely, like, at the late night sessions, we'd like always talk about that. We'd go through like the whole process. I know the recruiting process for him was definitely a little tougher than it was for me. I just basically got lucky and just said, I just called Coach Ridd and he was just like, yeah, come on out. We have a spot for you if you want to try and walk on. But no, it's definitely, we'd always talk about it, just like how it's crazy. Just we were literally like nothing, like we weren't anywhere kicking, and then now we're just going out and having like a good time and like doing what we love. So it's definitely something we've talked about.
He's going in.